All right, what is up, guys? We have season 40, war number 7. We are on the downhill. Getting closer to being done with the season. So we are 6-0. I think this is war 7 anyway. I believe it is. Going up against, I think it's PYCB. Not sure what that stands for, but they're having a good season, and they're usually a strong squad. So we just want to kind of keep on cruising and keep our lead and do well. So I was excited when I first saw Paths come out. I saw I had a mini. I saw I had 2 shared minis. And then I have one on a path on section 2. And I was like, all right, I'm going to have like 6 fights, maybe 7 fights. But then I saw section 1 and I saw that I was back up on section 1. So sad day. But that's okay. So I'm taking this Altuma to start. Altuma. And I'm taking him with Gallon. I have Gallon, Cosmic Ghost Rider, and Diablo. At first, I was assigned Wags pre-fight for this, so I was planning on just pairing and then medium light medium until I get enough. I always call them gallon charges. Half the time I forget what they're called, but anyway. But then I was reminded by a teammate that Gallon is a villain, and so white mags wouldn't work. Neither would it work for Korg, because Diablo is not a hero either. So that was good to know. So basically sorry, my mind's a little tired today. Anyway, the goal here is just to bait heavies, medium, light, medium, till we get enough armor ups, counter his heavy with the heavy, and then go to town. So the fight goes really well. I probably have enough armor ups already to kill him, but I just wanted to be safe. As you can see, his special 1 is really easy to counter. I don't think there's anything special I really need to worry about here. Just try my best not to get hit, because I'm going to be using Gallon later on. And I drop my special 1 here, and he goes down. So that fight's super safe. You just don't parry. And that's really about it, because Gallon is immune to Nullify. So the node doesn't really do any good. Next up, I have this Idoom. Or Infamous Iron Man, I think his name technically is. We just call him Idoom. I read about him, and I'm not a huge fan of fighting him. I'm not sure why, to tell you the truth. He's got some weird interactions, but I know with Cosmic Ghost Rider, it's really safe. So Idooms, or Infamous Iron Man, his mediums are non-contact. And then he has some regen, and he can go unblockable for special 1, special 2. I think it depends upon his armor up, I believe. It's been a couple days since I did these fights. So my goal here was just to, and I dueled this, and it works out really well. You can actually heavy Idoom's heavy really easy just by backing up and heavying with Cosmic Ghost Rider. So I started out with that, then I did a light ending combo, then a medium ending combo. And then I went ahead and fired this off. I think this node does have whatever it's called with the glancing with the armor up. So he has 1 armor up. So he always has a chance to glance. And I tried to practice dexing that. I don't think you can just stay in the corner and avoid it like Diablo special 2. I think you actually do have to dex. But he was not unblockable. For some reason, I can't remember why. There's a reason that I remembered at the time of the fight, but everything goes out the window. So as you can see here, I'm kind of just baiting out his specials. I kind of want to punish him with once I throw my special 2, but he's getting a lot of power. So I don't know. I just wanted to play this fight super safe, which I did. And I knew he was going down. It was kind of slow, but I knew it wasn't going to come down to time here. So I wasn't too worried about that. And he went down super, super easy. So that fight went well. Next up is this Nimrod. I was a little worried about this fight just because of the fact that I wanted to try to follow the node. But with Gallon, it's best to do medium, light, medium, and then to throw heavies to start harvest and whatnot. So I was kind of like, do I follow the node? So what you'll see is that I do start off with following the node. And then I think I actually accidentally throw a heavy. I can't remember what I did. I did something on accident, and I was like, crap, that's not going to kill him. But it did kill him. So that works out really well. What else? The backdash causing regen. I was a little bit worried about as well, because I thought that I would need to take some health off him before I ended harvest, but that ended up not really being an issue. So as you can see here, I did backdash, and then I saw the regen eventually, and I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do that, but no, it's not a big deal. He's just gonna gain a bunch of health. But with Gallon having class advantage, and then Nimrod having a bunch of armor ups, it's really not a big deal. I did have to focus on glancing, because once again, this node also has whatever the heck the node is. I forget what it's called, but it didn't matter. So as you can see, Gallon's just a beast. Even if you're a scrub, he works out pretty well. And then this last fight, I was actually really worried about this Korg, because I don't use Diablo that much. And Korg can just be funky. I've faced him in the past, mainly in battlegrounds when, you're not really 100% focused unless it's like a tournament. You're kind of just chilling in bed, not really playing super focused. But sometimes I accidentally dex his heavies, and then he goes unblockable, unstoppable. And then Korg can kind of get out of hand if that happens, especially if he gets you backed into a corner. So this node has Safeguard. So the poisons from Diablo work really well. The global is on this node. This is only the second opponent I've faced with the global, so I was a little bit worried about that as well, because when he hits my block, he was going to gain a bunch of power charges or whatever from the global, and that would make him a little more difficult. But thankfully, when I contact him, I place I think it's what is it? A nullifier stagger. It's a neutralize, and then whenever I do throw my specials, I do place a Fate Seal on him, which both of those do work with the global. So I was kind of just worried about just the very beginning. I see his 300 and some thousand health, so I was a little worried there. Like, I really don't want to die. I haven't died yet in a long time. It's been over a season and a half, so I didn't want this to be my first death. So I was really just worried about the beginning here. But what you'll see is I think I actually get some really easy intercepts. So I didn't have to worry about him getting any power at all, because he has that neutralize on him. So even when he hits my block, he wouldn't have gained it, but then he went ahead and was super generous and hit my block, or do a heavy, I mean. So, so at this point, his rock shield's down, so I can just freely parry him. I'm just trying to build up some poisons here, and I'm really just firing special ones in order to keep... I guess I don't... Actually, sorry, I lied. I build up to a special 3 and then build back to my special 1. So I know that a special 2 with Diablo refreshes his poisons, I believe. So I'm not sure why I didn't use a special 2 a little more. But I was instructed to use a special 3 if I wanted to, but then mainly sticking to special 1s. I think I'm running suicides. Maybe that's why. Slash all the block damage, because when you throw a special 1, as long as you're safe, you have a safe distance, and Diablo finishes the mixed drink stuff, he gets health back. But I was also healing the whole time because I had poison suicides on. So I'm not sure now that I think about it. But regardless of whatever the strategy is, I mean, he's melting pretty quick here. The fight's not taking too long. It's super safe. I have full health, and he's well below half. So this it's going really well. He's got 4 poisons. So yeah, I'm not sure why I wouldn't build up to a special 2 here to refresh those poisons, but who knows? I'm sure I'm missing something as always. But the fight, like I said, the fight went super well. Don't want to let Korg get to a special 3, because then he goes unblockable, unstoppable for, what is it, like, I think he gets like a 20 second. He gets 9 of those little crowd excitements or something stupid like that. He does hit me with a special 1 there, but it's not a big deal. And then I was a big dummy and hit his block, and now I'm just like, okay, I'm getting a little reckless. Let's bring it in a little bit. Yeah, that's pretty much all she wrote. So the poisons work really well because they bring Korg down, and then Diablo deals energy attacks, so I don't take any damage from thorns at any point in this fight, which is nice. So yeah, that's my war. We did end up winning this war. It was actually kind of cool. My Sasquatch was boss. Yeah, I didn't die, which is good. Sasquatch had five kills. I'm sure after 3 they kind of just gave up. But I think they used a Human Torch, and Sassy is a rank 5, and he's pretty beefy. So we did win this war 11-2. So thankfully I didn't die, and that's about it. About all she wrote. We're almost done with the season. We're now on the downhill run for the rest of the war. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.